Hello. So in this presentation, we are going to look at how you can launch your course and start making money. Okay. So if you don't know how to launch your course, this video is going to show you exactly what you need to do. Okay. So let's say you have an online course idea or you plan to create one. The question that might trouble you may be one that is asked by many newbie authors. Questions like, how do I launch my online course and start making money? And the reason why a lot of people ask this is because they may not have an audience to purchase that course immediately, or they may not have the technical know-how on exactly how to launch their course and start making money. If that is your concern, then this is going to be addressed at the end or by the time you finish watching this video. Okay, so for most people, they may not have an audience, as I said, and that may be the reason they may ask this very question. So if you fall in the category of the most people that I'm talking about here, I am going to show you exactly what you need in order to have a successful course launch. All right. So there are 4 steps you need to launch your online course. Take note of that. And the 4 steps are: first, you need to build an audience. That's the first step you need to take. And the second step you need to take is you need to find out what this your audience wants. And the third step is you need to create your course. And the fourth step is you need to launch your course. So if you have an idea for a course, or you already have a course you have created or you are working on, and you want to launch it and get it to a point where it start bringing in revenue, then this presentation is for you. These are the first steps you need to take. Take note that you need to build an audience for it. You need to find out what this audience wants. Then you need to create your course and then launch your course. So we're going to look at each of these 4 steps closely and see how you can execute them successfully. Now let's take the first step. Step 1, building an audience. To build your audience, you will need to decide on the social media platform to focus on. Okay, you also need to build an email list from that social media platform while building your audience. The reason is, if you build an email list when you are building your social media audience, you'll be able to have more control and more focus over your asset. Your asset this time around is the audience that you have built. And this is the very reason why you need to have an email list. Okay, you are going to be building your email list from a social media platform. Okay, so this is the first step you need to take. For example, in my own case, I build my own audience and email list from 2 places, and those 2 places are actually 2 platforms: Facebook and Google. Okay, I have a Facebook group. I also have a Google account that I use to build my email list. Okay. Now, even though I'm using 2 platforms, I do not encourage you to use 2. Okay. I will suggest that you focus on just one social media platform to build your own traffic and audience when you are starting, so that you don't get it complicated. You must focus on one and get result from it. Okay. Now, the reason why you are going to build an email list while you are building your audience from any of the social media platform is that you can lose any of your account anytime. If you are using an Instagram, your Instagram account can be disabled if you mistakenly violate their policy. Even when you're not aware of that violation, they can delete that account. And if you have built thousands of people, followers on that account, you will lose all of them. And if you're making money from that account, that means your income will dry up. But if you build an email list while you are building it, you see that even if they delete it, you are covered. You will still have direct contact to your audience. In fact, in my own case, I started with Google. At some point, Google deleted my account, but I have my email list. So I was in touch throughout the period, and I was using it to make money. I later faced Facebook. I use it to build an audience. I built an email list along the line. At some point, my Facebook account was deleted. So for the next 10 years, those same lists I built with Google and Facebook, I use it to make money while I try to get those accounts back. Okay, and I was making money every single month of those 10 years from it. And this is the very reason why you need to focus on building an email list, build an audience, okay, so that you have an audience for your course. Okay, so let's say you want to start building an audience and you don't have money. You want to build your audience for free. What do? You can either decide to build a Facebook group and grow it organically using free method. You spend time to grow it. Or you can start a YouTube channel. You can start posting videos regularly to grow it for free. And as you are growing it, you want to build or collect leads. Okay, whether you choose Facebook or you choose YouTube, make sure you collect leads so that you can send them updates about your oncoming course. Okay, now the second option when building your audience is if you have money to run ads. You can decide to start with Facebook ads to grow your email list, or you use Google ads or even YouTube ads to grow your email list. So whatever you decide, make sure you stick with one social media platform at a time. Okay, now the second step you need to take is you want to find out what your audience wants. Remember that the first step is building your audience. Okay, now to find out what your audience wants, you need to run a survey on your list. So what that means is that after you have built a considerable number of people on your list and on your social media platforms, whether you use paid ads or whether you use free method or organic method, you want to send them a survey asking them exactly what they want. For example, you want to ask them which areas in the niche that you are serving that this audience of yours is having challenges with. You want to find out using your survey. You also want to remember to add options of problems in your message to help them decide quickly in their responses. So after you have run that run that survey, while you are going through the surveys, you want to take special note of longer comments. You want to take special note of people highlighting their pain points, and you also want to take special note of most repeating responses based on the options that you have given to them on your survey, because you'll be needing this feedback as a focal point to know exactly the problems your audience is going through. And these problems is what your online course is going to tackle and address. Of course, you know that people do not just buy online courses, they buy it because of the problem that those online course is going to help them to solve. So this is what you need to do on step 2 of finding out what your audience want. The third step is creating the course. Okay, so to create the course that you want to launch to your audience, you just use the information you have gathered from your survey to create a course that people will pay money for. If you need a guide on exactly how to create a course, check the link below the description in this video to get a free video presentation on how you can create your own online course. The link is discussing a video titled the 7-figure online course presentation. So at the end of this video, check it out and you know how to create your online course. So let's move on to the fourth step. Step 4, launch your course. So this is the main thing. How do you launch your course and make money from it? There are 3 stages when you are launching your course. You don't just create a course and you start selling. No. If you want your course to be successful, if you want to make good money from your course, you must execute these 3 stages. And these 3 stages are called the pre-launch stage, the launch stage, and the post-launch stage. So let us discuss these 3 stages briefly. The first stage is the pre-launch stage. This stage is the stage where you send a notification email to your audience or your list that you have an upcoming course that is going to benefit them. During this pre-launch stage, you want to send great content leading to the launch of your online course. Okay, you want to send them information in different formats. So these different formats that you're sending them information is going to help you to build excitement for your upcoming course. And you can send them in different formats, such as in videos. You can send them in written formats as expressed in PDFs. It could be articles, it could be webinars, it could be newsletters, it could be mind map, it could be anything that explains the course launch that they are expecting. You can plan your pre-launch phase to be anywhere between 0 to 14 days. Some people may decide 0 to 7 days or 0 to 14 days. Some may even decide to make it up to 1 month. But to be on the safe side, you want to make it a 14-day period over which you're going to send out like 6 emails, 3 emails per week, 3 to 4 emails per week. So in a 14-day period, you are going to send out like 6 emails or 7 emails. Okay, so during this time, the messages you are sending out is going to be in the format I have just discussed. And these messages is going to get your audience ready for what is coming, because they are already prepared. They already know what is coming. Many people will make arrangements to take advantage of it on the day that you launch it. And this is why you need to do this, to get them prepared ahead of time for your course launch. Okay. Now, the second stage is the launch stage. Now, during the launch stage, the launch stage is when you actually open your cards for taking enrollment or purchases for your course. Okay. During the launch phase, you want to dedicate separate emails to answer questions about your course. Questions such as, what is in your course? What are the contents of your course? You want to also address all frequently asked questions that they may have. You also want to provide social proof or testimonials of people who have been helped using similar courses to yours. And if you don't have testimonials, you want to use case studies of other similar projects to help your audience appreciate the value of your online course. Okay, so this is what you want to do during the launch phase. Okay, so your launch email should run for like 2 weeks, and during these 2 weeks you want to be sending mails every single day. Emails, that is what you're going to send, and this email must have a discount for early birds. Okay, early birds are people who take advantage of your course early. It will have a discount. So let's say you want to sell your course for 15,000 naira, but because you are starting it during the launch, you can give them a 33% discount, meaning that instead of paying 15,000, they are paying 10,000. So during that launch period, you are selling your course for 10,000. You may still decide to give a 25% discount. So if you are going to sell the course for 10,000, you may decide to sell it for 7,500 during that launch period. And you want to have a deadline for the discount price. Okay, so as you are doing this, you also want to get a deadline timer and put on your sales page or your video sales letter, even in your emails. You want to put it so that they will be seeing it as it is counting down. It's a countdown timer, okay, or deadline timer. Once the timer gets to 0, what you want to do is you will now increase the price of your course to the normal or to the planned price. Okay, what effect this has is that it is going to drive loads of sales for your online course. So these are the things you're going to do during the launch phase of your course. Then finally, you want to do your post-launch. Your post-launch refers to all the emails that you send after the launch of your course. Once the 2 weeks of your launch has gone, you have increased your price to the normal price. You now want to start promoting it. You see that people will buy, even though you get more to buy during the launch because there was a discount and a deadline attached to it. So you should have a goal to promote your course for at least 24 months while growing a huge social media following for it. And during this period, you want to make updates and give more value to your course by adding more content to it. Doing all of this will seriously scale up your online course. So these are the 4 steps you need to launch your course and make great money from it. Okay, so if you want to learn how to create an online course like a pro, I have prepared a special video presentation titled the 7-figure online course presentation. If you want to get it, use the link below this video, in the description of this video, to access that video. It is a 100% free video presentation on how you can create and launch an online course that sells like crazy. So go ahead, go below this video and check it out, and then start watching it. If you enjoyed this presentation, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and if possible, give us a comment to give us idea of the next thing to create in the next video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.